No, it's playing. It's playing.
That's not playing for
You're
radio
listening
or anybody
to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Daytona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Laz and Jack.
It just ended.
What just ended?
The intro. If you could hear it.
Can't hear nothing.
I didn't think he could hear it. He was talking all over it.
Alrighty, well, insert intro here in live recording or in tape recording. Greetings, everybody. This is Laz, and I'm deaf today.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Technical Difficulties with Laz on
I
Lunch.
don't know what the problem was. I was just talking to Spiff, and I heard you say, you heard you come in. And
I don't know. I mean, did you, in Discord, did you change your audio source for the speakers, or did you?
Haven't changed
because
anything.
I had to mute you just due to the echo between Discord and Zoom.
Let's see if it's the auxiliary. Let's see if that'll fix the problem.
Yes, and Justin does say that they can hear you on the radio, and so
well, I know they can hear me on the radio, and everything's going through recording properly. I don't see anything. See, I have you and I on different channels, so you and I go through our recording and other software so that we don't ever lose that. And then I've got Discord on a third channel and the game and all that all separate. And
yes, boys and girls, the
I
technical
see me
difficulties
lighting
are
up
real.
here in Discord. So Discord is picking me up. I see people lighting up, but I can't figure out what the hell is going on.
It's all good. We can hear you inside of Discord, and
it's not good. How are we going to take questions from the audience? How are we going to get innuendo? That's
wait. I mean, just because the only person that's spoken today is Spiff, no one else is going to say anything. And if they do, I'll just laugh at you.
Yeah,
hello.
This is driving me crazy.
Hello. How's it going?
Anyway, we got a show to do. We got to move on. I'll see if I can't fix this as we go. But welcome to today's show. It is Wednesday, November 22nd, day before Thanksgiving, and we've got
another patch.
Another patch.
Another patch. Another patch came out this morning. I mean,
for such a large patch, I would have expected more notes.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Hey, well, how about this? Party member nameplates are visible through walls and across scenes again, and the exit back into Equitos from Hilt Fortress no longer takes you to the wrong map. Number one known issue: players are unable to fish, which will make.
Now.
Wait, so I can mute Zoom and go back to listening to you in Discord?
I believe we found the problem, found the culprit.
I guess that's the case because Laz is still. Let me unmute you in Discord.
You need to mute in Zoom.
No, you muted yourself in Zoom. Now I'm muted in Zoom.
Thank you. And of course, let's see.
You're the one that said did things beforehand.
Let's see if I can hear people. Anybody want to say hello? Just to test that theory.
Well, you can hear me.
There we go. Now I can hear Spiff. There we go. There we go. Now we can hear sounds. Now we can have some fun. Okay, now I can enjoy the rest of the show in peace.
Oh, you can enjoy it. Hey, Skirta, my bot's broken for some odd reason and won't connect to the server. So use a comma instead of a period. Yeah, use a comma.
With the proper PvP.
Thank you.
Go.
Yes. So all kinds of known issues. There's a slew of them. May or may not be another patch later today. Maybe we'll find out.
So much for the final patch of the release there on Monday per Chris's
I think I think we kind of knew that wasn't going to happen.
Well, I know, but gotta pick on the boys every once in a while just to keep them honest down there.
Oh,
Yeah. I saw you arguing with List and smiling and giggling over something, and of course,
what
I was
about
trying to
my
find out.
shitty gear?
Yeah, well,
That's what that entire
Newbie
conversation was
Gear,
about.
aren't you?
Essentially, yes. Yes, essentially, I'm wearing Newbie Gear, and then he's like, "You're never allowed to complain about a scene again because you're using shit for gear."
Actually, that Newbie Gear is actually pretty good. I use my Newbie Gear for like, I don't know, I want to say almost a year maybe.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, it's like I can kill stuff. It's just I just can't take on a bunch of stuff by myself. It's like, yeah, tier 4s, tier 5s are okay as long as I isolate things and don't get swarmed.
Yes,
So,
as long as you keep running and kiting things. That's right. Shame him, Roy. Shame him. Shame him to death.
You know what? Why don't you make me some gear and say, "Hey, I'm tired of you having shitty gear."
Yeah, see,
I
that's
did.
I-
And what did you do with it?
I wear it. No, I wear it.
That's right. Roy doesn't craft. He shops.
He shops.
Want to say hello to everybody out there. Arturius Magnus, Botox, Skeggy Media joining us in chat out there. How
You
guys
forgot
doing?
Valo, man. Yeah,
I don't see Valo say anything out there today.
Well, he hasn't said anything,
I
but
know.
he's there.
He's
Yeah.
lurking in the background.
Shh.
Don't want to blow his cover, man. You know.
And Cornelius is here as well.
Got
Yeah,
lots
but,
of them hanging out there.
So, Laz, technical difficulties. I wanted to let you know that there is not a stand-up corner for us to
Yes,
discuss.
I know that.
Nor is there a Chris blog.
Yes, I know that as
But
well.
nor is there a definitely not a Lum blog.
Oh, well, I gave up on Lum's
Yeah.
blog about the same time he did.
There.
You're trying to figure out what we're going to talk about today? Is that what you're trying to
Well,
scratch your head over?
We're going to talk about stuffing and how to brine a turkey.
And we're going to talk about maybe what's going on with the Airy Fund. I know Thex is itching to tell us a little bit more about that. We got some new
Thex
additions.
isn't even here.
I understand that, but we can talk about it nonetheless. Of course, we just started to scratch questions yesterday and get a couple giggles and grins with those. Of course, yes.
Wait, hold on. We're still not done with Cryo to Cry.
Cryo to Cry. I mean, that guy. Yeah, we were on the
got all the
what happened
questions.
to three question limit, but that got blown right the hell out the door with him.
No,
Yeah.
I don't even know which of his questions were
I
on.
believe we have some Black Friday sales that need to be talked and discussed about. You want to talk about one or two of those up front? We'll start with the start up front, and then we'll finish off with it as well because
you know what? Somebody added a bunch of items, the holiday items from 2015 to Shroud Marketplace. And if you visit my store and you use the promo code, I forgot what, Black Friday 15, you can get
Friday 15.
Yeah, go to
yes.
Black Friday 15. You can get 15% off of anything from my shop. And I did add a ton of the holiday stuff from 2015. All that stuff's expired.
You're selling that Yule hat for that's the 2015 Yule hat. Okay.
Yeah, that is not the release 13.
I was gonna say that's too cheap, man. You can't get that let that go that.
Yeah,
cheap.
the 2014 Yule hat.
The Virtue Yule hat is another story.
I do have as well. Maybe I should sell it to you.
I've got one finally. So.
You finally got one?
I picked one up sometime last year for in-game gold at a pretty good price. It was under.
You know what? You have to
100,000.
remember, Yeah, that's how I ended up with the name Jack Frost, because I didn't know that the world was going to go persist, or I shouldn't say persistent, but the game world was going to remain up indefinitely, whereas before that,
would
all the
keep
releases
that
there,
name.
it was there for a month and then it was dropped. And so it's like, hey, you know what? I'm just logging in to get the Christmas hat, so I'm going to be Jack Frost. And
yeah, it's stuck.
I got my Christmas hat, and then from there, January rolls around, February rolls around. Years later, it's like I still have Jack Frost.
2016 rolls around. That's right.
I still have Jack Frost.
That's right. Okay.
So don't forget, I mean, also a new vendor on Shroud Marketplace that decided to go ahead and put up a tax-free Founder Village lot deed for $4.99.
Very nice.
And
Founder for $4.99.
I know, it's
Man,
like,
if I had that money, I'd jump all over that.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal deal. But at the same time, I think it's $100 too cheap at least.
They go $750 usually.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Remember, there's a place anywhere and water. That's right.
Place anywhere and water. If I had the cash, I would jump all over that fucker. Also, you know what? If you play around with in my shop and use that 15% off, you can get a tax-free village deed for about $467.
$467
or you could get a keep deed, a keep deed for about $3,000.
Wow, that's a deal.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you can't find cheaper.
That is a deal.
And I want you to know, everyone wants to save the world.
Yes, I know.
I love this song.
Including Spiffy.
Yeah. I'm still ending up with some audio hitches every now and then. But yes. So where was that Airy Fund thing?
Oh, I thought you were going with Cry to Cry.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've actually got that up on the screen. So Cry to Cry and 174 questions.
We're only on number 2.
Yeah, I think we're actually on his last question. Can the beginning of harvesting be based off of proximity to the center of the node instead of a set position? While encumbered, it can sometimes be tedious to walk around pebbles to get to the harvesting point.
Has he tried harvesting water lately?
I don't know. Do you enjoy walking around things?
Well, I go where I stop. Nobody knows.
Yeah. Well, this would be great. Animations would not be displayed properly, and that's why. So they're designed for one area per node for some odd reason. But yeah.
One facing.
Yes. And so you have to actually walk your character in order to get to that. And there is some pathing issues that they are working on and that have been bug reported.
Bug.
And then Bella Bones, can we have an icon that pops up when someone has stolen something from us? Great idea. Now, would you also have... I mean, we need something the opposite of pickpocketing that would be like awareness. And that awareness would be... like situational awareness, to where you're aware of, if you have a high awareness, then possibly
somebody else getting pickpocketed.
Yes. And not only that, that if somebody's stealthing, you also have, it starts to outline them based off of like some math between some Shroud math between their stealth ability and your awareness ability.
Intelligence.
It will allow you to see the predator, is what you're saying?
Well, maybe. And then it would give Gix the time to turn around and do the stealthing emote. So that way, whenever you're in stealth mode, you're like hunched over and you're like doing this. Or so that would become the animation for that while you're stealthing. And it's even funnier whenever you're wide open in the middle of nowhere trying to stealth and everybody sees you. Try to hide behind a little fern. And then
hide behind the lamppost.
Yes. Ansev wants to know, can we get a filter or some other method to determine which gear is associated with our decks? This way I can easily figure out which gear I can take out of my inventory without causing a problem. Yes.
Yes. Simple.
Yeah. You could. Will it happen? Possibly.
knows?
Nobody knows.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah, spin the wheel. Ansev, after seeing the new virtue-based armor types such as the Courage Plate, Chest Plate with the bell in front, would it be possible to get a version of those armors where you could insert symbols such as the Hospitaller or other crafting symbols that are on the signs or storage chests? You add the symbol to the crafting interface and it gets baked into the item. Great item for post, great idea for post-launch, but this would really be a big feature to add right now. We're discussing internally the option of making symbol-free versions of those armors for now, though.
It would be nice to have symbol-free ones because the cloth armor looks really nice, but I don't want to really be dorky looking wearing that symbol running around the world when I don't subscribe to that. So, you know.
You have to remember that there is also the coat of arms that was a pledge reward that they haven't addressed yet either.
Well, that's something that we need to get in there, of course.
The coat of arms should be able to be baked into the armor as well. And so, but that requires them to like do all kinds of different things in order to generate that armor. And I don't think they've even thought about how they're going to figure that out.
Yeah, well, getting close. They're going to have to figure that out between now and then. DOD, thank you for the follow.
Hey, thank you.
Decibels of Damnation. Why didn't they let the dogs loose or anything like that? Should have.
Yeah. If I just want to start following a few people on the forums and ask them, how are you not banned yet? How are you not banned yet? Anytime they post. Then let's see, where are we at? Ansev, I think in the past, Chris had mentioned something related to how some of the artifacts had hidden effects, Kabbalah stuff, or was this related to the Lord British Coke? There are a variety of items, mostly artifacts, but also the Lord British cloaks that have hidden effects. Yeah, both. Right now, they do not have a way for players to find out about them, though. They do want to provide a way long term. So don't forget, if you wear the Lord British cloak around, at some point in time, some random time, and something might fall out of the sky and hit you on the head.
Acme anvil will fall out of the sky and whack you across the head.
Yeah.
Double damage from falling stars.
Isn't it actually a door opener that falls and whacks you on the head? Has anybody actually seen this happen yet? Let me ask that.
No, I don't think it's happened to anybody in game.
I know I haven't seen it. Now, Skeggy's showing off. He's sitting there wearing his Lord British cloak.
Yeah, he's trying to invite something to fall from the heavens and randomly strike him down.
Haven't seen anything yet.
No, I don't think anybody's
there is
seen
a
that happen
random
yet.
chance of that happening. So be careful, and if you ever experience it, let us know.
Yeah, and I like how Skeggy's wearing the nice plate armor of courage.
Hey, has Gix animated this yet?
What do you mean? Has he animated it yet?
Well, it all has to be animated before it happens, right?
I don't know, but I see that Skeggy has actually turned that armor into something else, and he's just used it as a skin, which means I can no longer see what kind of armor he's actually wearing.
No, that's the standard.
Well, you've got the glowing outline, like you know how they do that for you're wearing something that's enchanted.
Pants are enchanted.
Oh, your pants are enchanted. That's why you're just wearing plate leggings. That's what it is. Yep.
Would be nice if they could come as a pattern.
Oh, yeah. Be nice. I think Laz is just staring blankly at things.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why a feature of the game is just really not fucking working. But anyway.
What feature of the game?
I'm not going to get into it right now.
Ansev wants to know, why don't the copper longswords and bronze longswords, etc., that drop off of mobs, drop scraps of that type? Currently, they don't do scraps of tier 2 components from salvage. Can we get the ability to rub off or obscure the Maker's Mark, but there's a chance to destroy the weapon? They are discussing improvements to the Maker's Mark system, either additional Maker's Mark for enchantments or masterworks, or the last person to touch the item has the Master Mark, as they have taken the most risk. Well, I really think that you would have to have the original Master's Mark and then the Enchanted by Master's Mark, just for consistency. Crazy Tika wants to know, can the devs add craftable gasoline under alchemy? We need more exotic drinks. I see how you got the first part of your username. That's the answer. I see how you got the first part of your username.
Very simple. That's right.
Yeah. BDF with 67,000 questions. The question number 1 from BDF is, how am I not banned from the forums yet? The answer is, I don't know.
Laziness.
BDF wants to know, could we get a new way to use pets like as a static decoration or part of an aquarium? I have tons of pets, but I can't use any of them. Dude, that's the zoo idea that's been tossed around since 4 years ago.
I just want to know when we're going to have Pokemon like they do in World of Warcraft.
You know what? This is a funny question. Since 15 versus 15 for PvP becomes problematic, is it likely that PvP scenes will be limited to 30 players at a time? Chris says 15 versus 15 in the exact same spot can be problematic and overly chaotic in any game, but that doesn't mean that a scene needs to limit itself to 30 people because they can spread out. They hope to keep PvP elements that encourage people spreading out in scenes like control points or desirable harvest elements. Either way, our focus the next few releases will be making sure that 50 plus players NPCs can all be in the same space without destroying performance, which is the most important first step for us. I really think they need to actually target 100 plus in the same confined area.
Those scenes for those dance party folks, absolutely.
Exactly. It needs to be 100 plus, not 50 plus, because as soon as you start having like your town supporting 100 plus characters without lagging, then the major complaint of people saying, hey, I don't see anybody, disappears. Yay. Then they have to figure out how they're going to generate those multiple instances of multiple towns. Just to follow up on Valo's question concerning sieges being more meaningful, players can currently teleport into the towns, vendors still work, and there's no real disruption to the town that makes players want to remove the siege. They have debated that issue internally. The real issue is related to performance, and introducing a large battle mechanic inside spaces with decorations can be problematic. Eventually, once further optimizations are complete and this barrier has been removed, they can revisit that idea. Yeah, can I just skip the Venger cloak? Or can I? Yeah. No. Can we get logs on doors? They absolutely want to do this, but it's not as simple as it sounds, which is why they have not done it yet. Do we just track interaction? So Bob opens the door. What about people who walk through it? Well, now we have to track where the door volume trigger is, which is new to data per door. They also need to track which way is in versus out and have 2 more triggers to detect that. What happens if I jump out the window or off the roof? Yeah, you're just creating a lot of work in order to track who comes or goes. What would be nice, an easier way to do that would be using those like knight servants, the lord servants, and the baron servants. Have them actually be your log. It's like, this person visited the house today.
That would be nice, but that would only work for those folks who had those.
Which means that, hey, you know what? That gives people an incentive to go buy them off of Shroud Marketplace. But at the same time, it's only like if you have that servant locked in a closet, they're never going to see anybody. So it's only like players that they have seen. And so anytime it's like a player comes in, they may not know their name unless they actually interact with the servant as well. It's like, hello, you had 3 visitors to the house today, but I don't know their names because they didn't tell me. Hey, a lot easier. You like that? You like that solution? Anybody?
Yeah.
No.
Well, why not? Yeah.
It's easier if you just have something that, like, your lot stone can detect people coming on the lot.
Yeah. Yep. We've got some requests to like completely skip BDF's questions.
Of course, that's the idiot who wants to know why he can't kill undead with his death spells.
Yeah. Yep. And it's even better when it's like he's asking questions that were already answered. So we're gonna skip to Osric. Who wants Osric? You think you focus on the crafting user interface one day?
One day.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to focus on it for one day.
One day. Eventually.
One
it's
day.
It's going to be tomorrow.
One day we will get to move that health bar away and move it someplace where we want to see it.
Absolutely. One day you'll be able to.
One day the user interface will allow me to block somebody and not be able to see them. Yeah, I just don't get it.
How about one day we can actually crush a gemstone into fragments? I can already put it back together, but I want to be able to break it down.
And then Osric wants to know, can you reactivate the payment plans? And that is a yes at some point in time, possibly. But in the meantime, you can manage this kind of by yourself by simply purchasing store credit a little bit at a time. Like, for example, monthly during telethons to get the unique items. And then once you have enough credit, you buy the bundle that you want.
What I suggest to folks is if they want to save up, just take and buy themselves a coin every time those telethons come up and let them accumulate on your account. So you have what you need. That's right.
Yeah. Tharzadun Baphomet wants to know, will the death passives be fixed to where they have more of an impact on the death summons? Currently, they don't seem to have any impact at all. I've compared a GM Lich with GM Death passes to a level 40 Lich with level 60 passes. And they dealt similar damage, and there wasn't any comparable difference in the decay rate. Chris is going to examine those again. Death summons got a bit of a boost in Release 47, and he's going to try to evaluate how they currently compare to other summoning, taming options before launch. Will Animate Dead make a comeback once those bottlenecks are resolved?
No.
Not clear on this, as we've never had an Animate Dead spell. I would love to eventually, but it's much more complicated task.
Dead? Summon Leech, summon Skeleton.
You know what? I want to go slay a bunch of skeletons, and then I want to animate them.
You want to make them dance.
And you know what? I still say that, like, if you're heavily invested in the fire tree, or you're heavily invested in the water tree, even the death tree, Each of those have like elementals or
thank you,
something
Schroeder.
of the opposites, something that is spawned from that, kind of like fire elementals, water elementals, or undead. In that tree, there should also be a charm for that monster type. And so that way, if you're heavily invested in fire, you go down to a fire elemental room, you can charm the fire elementals so they don't attack you. That way, Laz won't bitch about death magic not working against the undead.
It's never going to work against the undead.
You didn't pay attention to what I said, did you?
No, I didn't.
See, yeah. Yeah. You never pay attention. Never,
I've
never.
got another problem going on over here. Never mind about that.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Yeah.
You do realize what can of worms that would open up.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see.
I just want to point out the fallacy in a couple of these systems as I'm doing right now.
Yeah. How they're not working.
How they just zero operability. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Akela's Fire Harp. Can we have a pot template based on the new totally awesome North Midmere Way map? Eventually, maybe. Can we have a next deck, previous deck toggle arrangement instead of just one alt decks? Perhaps eventually. Could GM enchanters and masterworkers be offered either more options or a full list of possible options with a rule to decide if major or minors are given? Maybe. More options will be coming online eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah. Will Discord's built-in game overlays be supported? They are investigating Discord's rich features now, and then he fully expects they'll have some more Discord support soon, though not 100% which ones will be integrating. I would love for integration of voice chat and not just text.
I just don't see it. The first rollout, I mean, it would have to be some kind of phenomenal hitch in order for that to make me want to use it in game as compared to the way we use it now. Yeah, as it is,
Hey,
Discord did not help gaming, as far as I'm concerned, because instead of
the way that they integrated it didn't help.
No, I'm talking about the fact that you start a Discord server to get a group of people together, and anybody can now start a Discord server, so everybody's got one. Everybody wants people to come into their server. And
hey, it's the
you know
same as
how many
TeamSpeak or
Discord
Vent.
servers I have on my list right now that really are unnecessary?
A lot.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's also one where that's the same thing that applies to TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, Mumble, any one of any
TeamSpeak,
voice.
at least, you had to have a subscription to have a decent server, okay, which people would then want to join because you had people on your server. In Discord, when you and I can go create separate servers to try and get the same audience, and 300,000 other people can do the same thing, it dilutes the audience big time, is what I'm saying. But anyway,
you know what? There's really no solution there, just because the issue becomes, it's like I only want to chat with my friends, and then you're arguing against like doing something like that and only going for pro ones. Yeah, there's no solution.
Again, it diluted the gaming systems as far as I'm concerned. If you wanted to get with a group of folks, you had to join into that server. Now you can make your own. It's like, well, no, I just have my own server. Why do I have to join somebody else's
It's
server?
easy to make them, but I don't think it diluted it at all.
I
think it's actually increased the the availability of a lot of things.
Listen, how many servers do you see people actually talking in compared to how many people actually come in and talk in our server? Shroud the Avatar server, you very rarely see. There's thousands of people in there, but you never see anybody in there talking to each other.
You don't see people joining the voice chat because they're in other places. Well, now, would you prefer a feature where you're able to join multiple voice channel, multiple
voice channels? Multiple voice channels, multiple voice.
Would you like the ability to join multiple? Right now in Discord, you can only join one at a time.
Why would I want to join multiple?
I don't know. How many TeamSpeak tabs do you have?
How many phone calls can you pay attention to at one time?
73.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can join 73 servers. Fuck you. Moving on.
Will pots without overland access ever get siege mechanics? Unlikely. So it's a great place to hide all of your free buffs without sieges.
Oh, you mean like Goldfield?
Absolutely. I know it's a no, but could seed invest packages have an upgrade path? No. Amarath wants to know, the explanations during the telethon world building tours enliven the zones very much. Could you consider adding an identify type ability spell, which would display similar explanations in-game as text descriptions to enhance the otherwise very visual experience? Interesting suggestions. The other thing would be, you know what? Increase the amount of storyboard content. So it's like you need more letters on the ground. You need more placards. You need more evidence of things to actually tell that story.
We need more cheese sign writing.
And we definitely need more cheese sign writing. That is a great suggestion. More cheese sign writing.
Cheesy writing.
Yes. Some other Unity utilizing games in development are touching huge visibility in targeting ranges. I personally loved how you could pan the camera really far away. You made the camera distance slightly greater in a previous patch. How about going all out with this one? While at it, how about increasing the distance of pot housing items? Yeah, those games don't have dynamic spaces like we do, with changing time of day, multiple shadow casting, moving light sources, movable objects, etc. It's like, let's go ahead and increase the lag to where nothing is playable. Diego wants to know, will more decorations items be set to rotate on the side? Specific requests: barrels, bottles, wine. Please report those as bugs, and they'll try to fix them when they have time.
I want to be able to play spin the bottle.
Yes, spin the bottle right now.
Put it out outside and give it a spin.
Yes, but we need that to actually be animated. So Gix, get on it.
Well, that's easy to do, Gix.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep hanging out in the bars and playing money for tips, and you'll be on your way.
List wants to roleplay a slob, and he says that you are breaking his immersion.
Breaking my immersion, man. Breaking my immersion.
Let's see. Where are we at? Will the brewing include wine and mead? Some of us are allergic to barley and wheat. Yes. When will brewing be coming online? We've only been looking for it for 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah, where's my root beer? I want to brew root beer.
You're not getting root beer.
Yeah, we need some schnapps or something as well because it's cold outside. Brielle wants to know, will there be training materials on how to update the map? Yes.
I don't quite comprehend the question.
Soda map. Training materials on how to update Soda map.
They're trying to incorporate everything being automatic. Why would we need training materials to update the map?
Yeah, you know what? I want to make a note to myself that the vendor on this lot right here is kind of lame. It's
functionality that already existed that has been now locked out of the map.
So I want to make a comment that the vendor on this lot sucks, whereas the vendor on this lot is freaking awesome.
Yes, and again, the functionality is in the map, and again, it is now locked out.
But she's asking for training materials on how to do that.
Hello, did you hear what I just said?
Hey, she's asking for training materials. She's not asking whether or not she can do it. She's asking for, will there be training materials?
Well, again, point. Yeah.
Yes.
Cart, horse, cart.
You're not paying attention to the question.
I am paying attention to the question, but if you can't make the changes, why the hell do we need training materials? Is what I'm saying. Why would we go down that path if you're going to automate it? Why don't you just re-enable the feature as it was that was perfectly working with a layer where we could already do that? Why did they disable it in the first place? That's what I'm asking.
I think internally they're going to kill you. I think List wants to reach through his speakers and strangle you.
It was functioning and working, and they've locked it out. That's all I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Because plenty of changes can be made. Plenty of notifications that you were able to mark nodes, you were able to put annotations, you were able to say, hey, exactly like you wanted to do, and now you can't do that. Why? I don't know, but anyway.
You know what? They're migrating the SodaMap
It's
servers.
been migrated. How hard is it to, well, never mind.
If you want the real answer, he used about several hundred scripts in order to actually generate a bunch of things, and they're going through and trying to go through every one of those scripts, and as they are also trying to build those maps, they're realizing that Jacob White put in a ton of work. He's the one that designed it, so he actually knows how to do it, whereas when List is going through and trying to update maps, it's maybe
the training manual should be for these guys.
Hey, you know what? Yeah.
Killing me.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Yeah. We've got a question from Lazarus Long on here that we're going to completely ignore because it's a bug.
Ain't a bug.
That's a bug.
Yeah, it's.
If the glyph is locked and you can move it, that is a bug. Did you bug report it? That is not working as intended. That is a bug.
Is there actually a question for me in there? I thought you were fucking with me.
There is. Can we please locked glyphs? Lock them in place so they don't move. And if your mouse moves while charging glyphs, we absolutely need to fix that.
Yes.
It's a bug. Did you bug report it?
It was reported, of course. It's
bug report it. Bug report it.
Hello?
Bug report it.
Do you read the answer? We need to fix this. Does that? I believe that means somebody's aware of it. Yes? No?
You know how many things that Star's aware of?
You know how I feel about the combat system?
You love it. It's the best thing since sliced bread, according to you.
Best combat system of any game ever. Best combat system ever.
Yep. So Arca wants to know, what's mulling over in Chris's brain about the relationship between attunement and resistances? Chris's brain is mulling over about a billion things. This is one that bothers me a bit and I'm not super happy with, but I don't have a fixed plan for it just yet. The simplest solution I've come up with that will address concern is to add a passive skill in the opposing magic tree that is a resist skill for the opposing tree. This would give some resistance to the opposite tree, but also give negative attunement to that tree. If I were to do that, I would adjust the attunement math a bit over. Otherwise, all magic users would suffer in PvP.
Hello?
You know what? That's the point. It's
Hello?
like we want people to suffer in PvP if they're going to. Yes. It's like you need to be able to say, it's like, hey, I know this guy's a death mage and I need to up my life skills so that way
Or I don't fuck with death mages because I can't counter them because
Exactly.
I mean those are decisions. Those are things people should get bonuses and buffs for, not for flagging PvP. But
anyway. But it's one.
Right, but tell me one thing: is there a life spell that actually hurts a player?
The life spell should actually hurt the undead, which it doesn't do either. Is that correct, Jack?
Banish undead. Have you ever heard of that spell?
Well, healing spells. Let me clarify.
Oh, okay. There's no healing spell that currently damages the undead. Those healing spells should, except for banish undead. Yes. Yeah.
And
so you know what time it is, right?
Banish undead is named wrong. Okay, banish undead should do exactly what it states it does, and it does not do it.
Well, it's the name to smite and have it affect people based on their death magic score.
Thank you.
Yeah. That would be a great way to do that thing. So that also fixes the death mage, and it becomes a. Yeah, I like that one.
Banish undead does not banish undead.
Banish undead becomes smite, and the more invested you are in death magic, the more damage it does. Yes, absolutely. Love it. Let's see. You know what time it is, right?
I know. One more.
Morgoth wants to know, will there be a new seed invest? The SEC limits those things to once every 12 months, so the soonest we could do another is the summer of 2018.
That does not answer the question. Or does
possibly.
it? Or does it?
It does. The soonest they could do another one is going to be
2018. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So be ready for another one in 2018.
Yep.
Alrighty.
But we also know that after release, that's also when they planned on doing another Kickstarter to fund episode 2 development or doing something else. We don't know what they're going to do for funding episode 2.
Yes, we do not know. Of course, again, that's all speculative, and before the holidays, I'm not going to get crazy into that. We're going to wait and see what we find out about launch first.
We're not finding anything out about launch.
We're supposed to find that out by the end of the year.
and Justin just let me know something.
Yes.
She's going to be doing her set on Thanksgiving.
Yay.
Thanksgiving be damned.
And
so tomorrow.
Yes, I believe both divas are on the schedule. Neither one of them has told me otherwise. So we expect Clipsy tonight and Justin tomorrow. Because yes, she don't do the turkey thing till what, Friday? She said.
I don't know. I didn't. No, I wasn't.
Hey, I'm gonna have to do the turkey thing after I get off of dialysis. That's a miracle.
I got the turkey sitting on the counter, doing its final thaw.
You know what? It's time for you to do something else.
Yeah, I know. Time to tell everybody about the NBNN Shroud Avatar app. Available out there on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your mobile devices. And, of course, if you want to take Shroud Avatar with you on the road, you can get the app and you can get all the latest information. You can check out the forums. You can listen to our podcast. You can shop the marketplace. You can listen on WRFB and much, much more. Come on into Discord. Read the NBNN Daily Britannian. Or, of course, check out the latest happenings on the daily calendar, hosted right here on NBNN. And today's calendar
and don't forget
brought to you by Spectrum.
That community calendar is an aggregate of all of the available calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar. And if you have a Google Calendar, or if you want access to add events to the Google Calendar from that guy, you can always email news@nbnn.info, and eventually he'll do something with it. Probably lose it and ask you to send it again. All times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, and Justin did say that her Turkey Day is Friday. And let's see, Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia time. I don't even know where I'm at.
Britannia time.
Monday through Friday,
right
except this week, should tune in your Ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia at 12s and 6s around the clock and listen to two idiots interpreting the news. So you don't have to. A little show called Lunch with us. 7 p.m. this evening on WRFB.
WRFB.
This is the 70s at 7. At 8 o'clock on Avatar's Radio, DJ Squirrel is going to be biting through the wires. But more importantly, on Radio Free Britannia,
unmedicated schizophrenia.
You're going to get your ear holes probed by Dr. Eclipse Maiden. Unmedicated schizophrenia part 1. In-game Striker Spark Talks happy hour happening at some pub somewhere. Go find it. Go drink your virtual drinks and get virtually drunk, because all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere. Final event of the evening is going to be on Radio Free Britannia. And that is the Record Room. Yep. And that's our community calendar for this Wednesday, November 22nd.
And remember, man.
What? Which one?
The happy hour.
Oh, it's happy hour is Laz's favorite event of the week, because it's also known as
too late.
I prepped you for it. You have to do it now.
You didn't go down the right road, man. I'm telling you. It's killing me today. Killing me.
I took the path less traveled today.
Yeah, I know. We're on the road to Turkey. I can't blame you.
Yeah.
And, of course, again, reminder, we will be back on Monday right here inside Trinity Avatar. We do take holidays off, and we do like to have a little time to ourselves.
It's mostly avoid people.
Yeah, it was mostly to just take some time to decompress and go, geez, no more voices in my head. Yeah. Need to mellow out, man. Need to mellow out.
Oh, yeah.
But that's right. Otherwise, you can catch us live here on the air on NBNN.info, on YouTube, on Twitch. Well, no, not live on YouTube. Or listening on WRFB Radio Free Britannia 5 days a week normally. But, of course, we're taking off for the holiday, so we will return on Monday. Don't forget, if you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/NBNN and become a supporter. You can throw in some bits and coins. And, okay, Hordak 23 now following, and let the puppies loose. Thank you very much for the follow and letting those puppies loose. It's always a nice way to end the day. Or you can go out to each of our streams, go to twitch.tv/Cinesist and donate there. You can go to twitch.tv/NBNN News, donate there. Of course, coming up, the Airy Fund has the Master of the Forge event coming up in December, and these developers are really getting crazy back there.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a pair of shoes that old Lum the Mad made, and those are a pretty nice set of shoes. We'll have
those
more.
shoes. Those shoes, that's the name of them. Those shoes.
That's right. We'll have more coming up next week about that event. Of course, Coil More Wands, putting the magic in your hands. And, of course, Black Friday sale this Friday. Coil More Wands giving you 50% off anything in inventory. And, of course, free gemming when you purchase a wand or a stave from Coil More Wands. Contact Arius Coil More in-game. That's right. And he'll get you taken care of. Scrota's music service. It's Scrota. It's music. And it's a service. Scrota, do you have a Black Friday event? You doing $4.99 for anything you want?
That's right. Actually, it's $4.95.
$4.95. Take a nickel off.
That's 4 pennies more than you originally.
And of course, if you want Scroter to come follow you around and play music for an hour, you can go out to Shroud Marketplace and hire him for his services. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to come check out all the vendors down in Black Rock Cove. Market Road is specifically laid out for all you folks wanting your crafting needs fulfilled, with all sorts of great goods for all those crafting needs. Also, bazaars spread out throughout the town, and all sorts of other stuff, lot deeds, kodos, and much, much more in Black Rock Cove. And, of course, if you want to get your adultum on, you can check out the Dewdrop Inn located right here in Owl's Head, down near the Crafting Center. Must be 18 and older for that one, folks. RelicsByReal.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. If you want to get yourself some swag and you want a t-shirt like the ones I wear every day, you want some patches, you want some hoodies, you want some beer mugs, some coffee mugs, shot glasses, stickers, all sorts of stuff, including the elusive NBNN I Love This Shit bumper sticker. You can go out to RelicsByReal.com and get your swag. And if you want to save a little bit of money while you're making that purchase, you can use the promo code NBNN when you check out at RelicsByReal.com and save 10% off your purchase. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest in news, events, and music right here inside Shrouded Avatar. All day, every day. You can catch us again 5 days a week on the radio and in replays in 12s and 6s. Arius Coilmore on Mondays. The Deco Divas every Wednesday and Thursday. Sarah and Andar taking to the airwaves later on tonight. The House of Omen late night Fridays and Saturdays. And, of course, Wake Up New Britannia every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. right here inside Shrouded Avatar. Of course, last but not least, on the sponsors list here is ShroudMarketplace.com. And, of course, we got sales, we got promotions, we got Marketplace for you out there.
Yeah, ShroudMarketplace.com, the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Currently over 85 players registers as vendors on Shroud Marketplace. And we have to welcome the latest vendor, One Timer, who is selling that tax-free Founder Village deed for $4.99. Cheapest you can find it. It's like, realistically, I have sold a tax-free Founder Village deed for $750 before.
Oh, absolutely. Again, the going rate is over $700. We know that. The
going rate is over $700 for that. So great deal there. Don't forget, you can always check out the coupons from different vendors. That includes Cynics Legio's Gaming with Zendik's birthday taking place until December 1st. Use birthday to save 10% off his stores. Sator's Stinky Sewer Shop is polishing the crap out of things. And if you use crap from Sator's... If you buy crap from Sator's Stinky Sewer Shop and use the promo code CRAP, you can save 10%.
You save some money on your new crap. That's right.
You can save some money on your new crap. And don't forget Synesis Stuff, which is my shop. If you use the discount code
remember, his
Black Friday
stuff,
15,
stuff is crap. That's right.
Yeah, mine is stuff. His is crap. So, yes, you can save 15% off of my stuff through for a couple days until it ends. I don't even know when it ends. It's the 26th.
When it ends. That's right.
It'll end when it ends, the 26th. But buy it fast, which is Sunday. Then from there, don't forget, you know what? Anything and everything is available on Shroud Marketplace, from accounts to Game Gold, Crowns of the Obsidian, cheaper than you can find them other places, all the way to artifacts, expired items that you can't get, rares. Do your rare hunting. All the holiday stuff from 2015, including that expired airship.
Need those expired items. That's right.
Oh, yeah. If you miss something, you need to get it. Do so. ShroudMarketplace.com. Including services, if you need some help from other players leveling up your character. There's 3 different ways to do that. You've got a GM minor. You've got a couple of leveling services, from Mouse Power Hour to Armelian's Gold and more. If you need some help decorating some stuff, especially with the cheese sign writing, because you know it's a time-consuming process, you can always contact Wolfton's shop.
If you need Happy Holidays or Feliz Navidad or any other of those holiday celebratory terms done in cheesy writing, man, now's the time to get those orders in.
Better get that stuff done.
You still got to make the cheese.
That's right. Cheese is
and you got to cut the cheese.
Thing. That's right. You got to make it, then you got to cut it. That's right.
Yeah. Then don't forget, you've also got Scrotus Music Service, where $5 gets you
anything you want.
Yeah, that's right. And if you're looking for an in-game wedding, who do you contact for that, Laz?
You contact this guy, Weddings and More by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. And, of course, unfortunately, our time has run out. We got to go ahead and say goodbye to the good folks out there today and get ready to go do the turkey festivities out there. So if you would, please.
Hey, thank you, everybody. We have to thank everybody for hanging out with us in Discord, watching on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. So thank you for hanging out for us for an hour a week or a day.
A day. That's right.
A day, not a week.
Everybody have a safe and happy and healthy Turkey Day. Don't eat too much. Don't get indigestion. And if you do, well, then go for that chocolate cake on top of it, because you ain't going to hurt yourself much more after that anyway. But we will be back Monday with more right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend. Have a great Turkey Day, everybody. And we'll see you all on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget a bottle of Pepto when you're out doing your shopping.